Well, everybody, I guess it's rainy and wet today, so I'm not going to be able to get out and do my normal rides. You see the rain. Might clear up this afternoon, so guess what? Time to work on my $200 project. It's that ATV I gave $200 for. It's a 2007 Recon. Get down here today and I'm going to remove some bolts. I believe I'm going to have to remove this one and this top one. I want to change this rear end oil, and I read through the service manual. I believe I need to use some lithium grease, grease up some of these shocks and stuff. And I'm going to change some of this brake fluid up here. That's original. So you can see I've got my old trusty ATV jack out. I'm going to crawl underneath this thing and do some service work. I put new tires on it, did a separate video on my new shoes. Did an earlier video on my carb replacement, which has gone nicely with my inset fuel filter I added. Carb replacement I replaced. Of course, I replaced the air filter in here. You go ahead and change the oil. And, you know, when you check the oil on this thing, you warm it up 2 to 3 minutes. And, you know, I always forget, do you screw it in when you check it? Do you leave it out according to the manual? When you check this oil, you do not screw it in. You just push it down, pull it out. Should be halfway between, so it says, to full. So I've already checked it when it was warm. It's good to go. Doesn't use a lot of oil. I think it's like 1.7 quarts, you know. While I had this off, replacing my carb, I noticed the petcock was on backwards. Somebody had taken it off, I guess, before, so I've set it back so that it operates properly at the fuel position, reserve position, off position, so forth. And I can see that somebody has recovered this seat at one time. I'm sure this is the original seat, but it must have wore out because they put a new cover on it. But it runs really good. I'm just gonna, like I say, do some general service today. So if you got an old Recon, maybe you can follow along. Oh, and I had to fix this brake light back here. It wasn't working. It come connected, so I got back in here and did some wiring work on it. Other than that, it probably could use a good little cleaning. Anybody want to volunteer? Leave me a message. I did buy some more of these off Amazon. So these little tack pieces were missing. I bought a whole collection of them, and I got them in the other day and snapped them in. Anyway, this is an 07, it's a Recon ES. And I paid $200 for it. It wasn't running. Even had the original owner's manual under the seat. It wasn't running when I got it. But like most of these carb-driven things, that's usually the only problem. Oh, and I did have to get a new battery. But usually it's just the carb, it's the problem on these things. Same thing with these old bikes and stuff. They usually it's just a carb problem. So anyway, stay tuned. More to come. Hopefully this is helpful to anybody that may be working on a Recon. You know, and still looking for those volunteers to clean this thing. Have a good day.